Hey, curious people, welcome. So, you know how sometimes you just feel like your brain's running a marathon and you're just sitting there trying to figure out why? Yeah, we've all been there. Today, we're diving into 20 everyday things that secretly trigger our anxiety. And trust me, some of these might have you going, wait, I thought I was the only one. Now, anxiety doesn't always look the same. Sometimes it's a mild, sometimes it's like you've just seen a ghost. But the reality is, these things sneak into our daily lives and can leave us feeling a little more stressed than we should be. So grab your favorite stress ball or a cup of tea, and let's break down these everyday anxiety triggers. 1. Social media notifications. Ah, yes, the ding of a new notification. You see that little red dot, and instantly your stomach drops. What is it this time? Hey, I haven't heard from you in forever from your mom. Or an inbox full of group texts debating pineapple on pizza? Either way, the pressure of keeping up with all the online activity is real. It's like everyone's having a party that you're not invited to, but you're trying to peek in through the window. It's fine. I'm fine. 2. Texting and waiting for a reply. Did I say something weird? Did I spell something wrong? We've all been there. You text someone and then silence. The three dots appear and disappear. It's like you're in a silent communication battle. Were they just about to reply, but then they got distracted by a squirrel? Or are they plotting to ghost you forever? Either way, anxiety levels spike. 3. Choosing what to wear. Ah, yes, the classic dilemma. Do I go with the casual look, or am I looking too chill? Should I dress for the weather, or will I look overdressed? You stare at your wardrobe like it's a magic portal that will suddenly reveal the perfect outfit. Spoiler, it won't. And suddenly, your morning routine is now an episode of Survivor Wardrobe Edition. 4. Being asked to make quick decisions. You're at the store and someone asks you, hey, do you want this in red or blue? And suddenly your brain goes into overdrive. Red? Blue? What will this say about me as a person? Will I look better in red? Am I choosing blue because it's safe, or is that just my anxiety talking? You can almost hear the Jeopardy music playing in your head while the salesperson stands there, patiently waiting. Quick decisions? No, thank you. 5. Having to make small talk. Small talk is a game of social survival, right? You find yourself trapped in a conversation where you both know you're just saying random things to fill the space. So, how's the weather? Oh, just weathering. Next thing you know, you're both standing there, awkwardly laughing at the most boring thing in the world, like you just witnessed a squirrel juggle. 6. Overthinking a conversation. You've had a perfectly fine chat with a friend or colleague, and then, bam, your brain hits rewind and starts overanalyzing every word you said. Did I say that too weird? Did they notice I talked about my cat for 5 minutes? Was my laugh too loud? It's like replaying a movie you start in, and suddenly the script's not looking so hot. 7. Avoiding phone calls. That ringing phone? Pure anxiety in a sound. You know it's probably just your friend wanting to ask you something simple, but instead of picking up, you're left wondering, why does this feel like I'm about to be interrogated? The missed call turns into a mental spiral. What if I don't pick up? What if they think I'm ignoring them? You call them back, but the awkward silence? So much worse. 8. Email overload. Emails. The never-ending flood of digital paperwork. Every time you open your inbox, it's like a tsunami of urgent messages. Oh, great, another newsletter about protein shakes. What was that one email about? Oh, that's right, it's an invoice for something you didn't even order. Honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to make it to inbox zero without suffering from an existential crisis. 9. Social gatherings with people you don't know. Picture this. You're at a party and you don't know anyone. You're standing there like a lone penguin at a penguin convention. Who do I talk to? Should I start with, hey, I like your shirt? Do I look too eager? Suddenly, you're the human embodiment of awkwardness. At least the punch is good, right? 10. Unexpected criticism. You've just completed a project or said something in a meeting, and then, bam, a critique that feels like a slap to the face. Wait, I thought that went well? Your brain instantly jumps to, I'm the worst. But here's the thing, everyone gets feedback. It doesn't mean you're bad at everything, but try telling that to your overthinking brain in the moment. 11. Unfinished tasks. You know that feeling when you've got a dozen things on your to-do list, and you've only crossed off one? Yeah, the unfinished task mountain is real. Your brain starts stressing about everything left to do, while simultaneously shutting down because there's too much to handle. It's like your brain's buffering, trying to figure out where to start, but all it can do is spiral. 12. Public speaking. Okay, I'm not nervous, just a little sweat in my palms. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. But no, you're definitely not fine. You're about to give a presentation and you're already imagining yourself tripping over your words, knocking over the projector, and possibly fainting. Public speaking is an anxiety trigger, but remember, the worst case scenario is rarely as bad as you think. 13. Uncertainty about the future. The future can be, well, terrifying. We've all wondered what's next. Career changes, personal goals, big decisions, the pressure of having to plan everything down to the smallest detail? Yeah, that's anxiety's playground. But guess what? No one really knows exactly what's coming. You're doing better than you think. 14. Too many choices. You ever try to decide on a Netflix show or pick what food you want to eat? It's a trap. You're overwhelmed by too many options, and after 45 minutes of scrolling, you end up with nothing. The decision fatigue is real. Sometimes having too many choices can actually make us more anxious than having none at all. 15. Unexpected visitors. You're in your pajamas, eating chips, hair looking like a bird's nest, and suddenly, ding dong. Someone's at the door. Panic mode kicks in. Should I answer? Do I pretend like I'm not home? What if it's the neighbor? Anxiety thrives on surprises, and surprise guests are its best friend. 16. Running late. Running late? Oh, anxiety's best friend right there. You've got 5 minutes to get somewhere, and somehow everything in your house is just not cooperating. Keys missing. Wallet disappeared. And don't even get me started on the shoes that mysteriously vanish every time you're in a rush. By the time you're out the door, you're half expecting a national news broadcast. Local person experiences time warp. Always late despite good intentions. 17. Crowds and tight spaces. Ever been stuck in a packed elevator or a crowded subway? That moment when you're trying to breathe, but all you can smell is cologne and desperation? Why is this so tight? I didn't sign up for this. I should have taken the stairs. It's the feeling of being a sardine in a can, and your body immediately goes into survival mode. Why does personal space feel like it's a luxury when you're surrounded by people? 18. Running out of battery. You know that heart-pounding moment when your phone hits 10% and you don't have a charger in sight? Oh no. You're staring at that little battery icon like it's the countdown timer to a bomb. What if I need to make an emergency call? What if my mom texts me? I'm living on borrowed time here. You can practically hear the dramatic music playing in the background as you try to ration the last few percent of battery. 19. A messy space. You know when you've just had a really busy week and your space looks like a tornado hit it? You're staring at the piles of laundry, the dishes that have somehow multiplied, and the clutter that's crept into every corner. Anxiety loves chaos. It feeds off it. Suddenly, you're not just stressed about the mess, now you're stressed because your stress is feeding into more stress. It's a vicious cycle. But hey, take a deep breath. We can tackle this one sock at a time. 20. The fear of missing out. FOMO. Ah, the infamous FOMO. You're scrolling through social media and there it is. Everyone else is at some fabulous event, living their best lives, and you're, well, at home with your dog, watching reruns of a show you've already seen 3 times. Your brain says, why wasn't I invited? Should I be out there? Am I missing out on something life-changing? But guess what? Missing out on a few things is okay. You're doing just fine, and so is everyone else, even if their life looks like an Instagram ad. All right, that was a wild ride, huh? But here's the thing. Anxiety is something we all face, and while it might show up unexpectedly, it doesn't have to control our lives. Whether it's a missed text, an unexpected phone call, or just trying to decide which way to wear your hair, it's normal to feel overwhelmed sometimes. But if you find yourself feeling anxious a lot, it's important to take a step back, breathe, and give yourself the grace to feel what you're feeling. And hey, you're not alone. We're all just out here, doing our best to manage the mess, the stress, and everything in between. So take care of yourself, and remember, you're allowed to not have it all figured out. Anxiety doesn't define you, it's just a visitor in your life. Give yourself permission to laugh about it and tackle what's next when you're ready. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and remember, next time you feel like your brain's on fire, just know we're all in this together. And hey, if you need me, I'll be over here overthinking whether I should add more pizza toppings. Pineapple? Nah, I'm good. Stay curious. Catch you next time.